So today we are sharing 6 lessons that we had to learn to recover from and prevent burnout permanently. So the first thing we did is we stopped picking stress-enabling jobs. As workaholics, we used to be drawn to high stress, high pressure, highly competitive environments because we knew in the short term we could be successful and thrive. However, when we realized that this thriving stage was actually very short term and we soon found ourselves very overworked and burnt out, we stopped picking those sort of jobs and environments as we knew that they would lead us to high stress levels and eventually burnout. Instead, we started to choose jobs and environments that were aligned to what we were seeking. For example, those companies that cared about the health and well-being of their employees and prioritized things like community and balance. Ultimately, we knew we could go higher and higher up the corporate ladder and were more than capable of working harder and longer to overperform. But we realized that just because we could do that didn't mean that we should, especially if it was at the sacrifice of our own health, values, and well-being. The second thing we learned was to take rest regularly, even when we thought we didn't need it. It took us a while to adopt this habit and force ourselves to rest, even though we thought we didn't need to rest yet. We would keep going and going and going until our mind or our body forced us to stop or shut off because it couldn't go any longer, which was a huge contributor to our burnout. However, when we started to learn our own limits and that there's a very fine line between thinking we're okay to continue and really overdoing things, we learned to take the break sooner than we thought we needed to. Your body will give you signs that it needs a break. You may become a bit angry or agitated with people, you might start thinking more negative thoughts than usual, or you may just find yourself keep saying, "I'm tired" or "I need a break." The trick is to learn what these signs are, and as soon as you notice the first one, take the break then. The next thing we did is we learned to have stronger boundaries. This was by far the most challenging but effective thing that we did to recover from and prevent our burnout. When we established boundaries around our work, life, and taking on other people's concerns and problems, and we stuck to those boundaries, we were able to create more time, energy, and space to not only recover from our burnout fully, but also heal the old beliefs and conditioning that kept on leading us to burnout. You cannot recover from burnout if you are always doing everything for everyone else, letting others control your life and make decisions over your life. When you have good, strong boundaries, these can help you feel safe and healthy and allow you to create more balance in your own work and life. So when you get better at setting and sticking to boundaries, everything will change. The fourth thing we learn is to address our internal situation before our external ones. When we learned to stop looking externally for the reasons we kept on experiencing burnout, and we stopped looking at things like our job, our home situation and environment, and instead we looked internally at our emotions, thoughts, stories, and beliefs, that is when the real transformation happened in our lives. We learned and understood that you cannot move or change externally without moving or changing internally, and your external world will align with your internal world. It is so true that everything starts from within, so you have to address what's going on internally first to see long-lasting changes. Those moments where you feel like you're not making progress or you're stagnating should be a reminder to you to look internally and explore what's happening. Only once we addressed our internal challenges did we start to recover and prevent burnout, because we got to the source of the problem, which was our mindset, stories, and our beliefs. The next thing we did is we let go of things that didn't align to us or our values. On our journey, we learned that the more out of alignment you are to yourself and your values, the higher your chances of burnout. The reason for this is because the more out of alignment you are with your life or your work, the more resistance and struggle there will be with whatever you are doing. Life will start to feel like a struggle, and every day will feel like a battle because you don't want to be doing what you're doing. We felt like this for a long time until we started letting go of jobs, circumstances, and beliefs that didn't feel right or authentic to us and that drained our energy. As you slowly start to let go of the things that you don't want or that don't align to you, you will be open to attracting what you do want. And the more aligned you become to your values and what you want out of life, the less you will experience burnout, stress, and frustration. The final thing we learned is to stop putting things off for when the work was done. We used to put off so many things we wanted to do for the future. We used to put off gardening and growing food, which is now a huge passion of ours. We used to put off going away and cottage breaks and painting and drawing and all of our hobbies and interests until our work was completed. But then we realized the work, our to-do list, our important tasks will never be done. We realized that we would likely never get to a stage where we would not have a single thing to do or work on. Therefore, if we continued putting things off for when everything was done, we would likely never get around to doing the things we wanted to do. So we decided to stop putting off enjoyable hobbies and activities, and we started making time for them. If you're putting things off for the future, you must start to make time for them now. Also, realizing that the things we were putting off were usually the things that we needed the most helped us to take action and stop procrastinating, because it was in doing these things that we had put off for so long that actually helped us to get into alignment, clear up our vision, and get inspired and create a life more authentic to us. So it's important to know that you are being called to do these things you are putting off for a reason, so do them. If you do want to know more about our story and how we learned to overcome burnout, then we do have a free masterclass down below called Burnout to Balance, which goes through the processes that we went through to overcome our burnout. That's it for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.